When I started developing my game, Children of the Forest, things were going great. The pure joy of building something new and fresh was almost addictive. But the longer I kept going with it, I started to feel that mountain of work glaring at me from behind. There was honestly no way I could finish this game on my own if I didn't come up with some tricks to do things more efficiently.
Nice job!
It dare not block my path any longer.
I mean, otherwise, I wouldn't have time to do all the other things that are kind of important to make a game work. If you're a perfectionist like me, maybe you would understand the urge to want to place every single item and prop meticulously, just because you wouldn't want any other area of the environment to look similar. Or you have this silly voice in your head saying that the players will hate you the second they see that you're reusing something in the game elsewhere. For whatever reason, I realized that I needed to figure out a way to make my environments quickly, while still maintaining that atmospheric vision I have in my head. Maybe you know of those classic project sliders, quality, time, and money. They say that you usually have to sacrifice the time or the money if you want the quality. Well, since I'm a Spring Chicken solo developer, for me, the money slider has already been thrown out the window. Which means if I want high quality, I would have to sacrifice a ton of time. But I think with a few tricks in the workflow, I could perhaps cheat the system a little bit. The secret is pretty simple. I call it... Yeah, it's not really a secret, I guess. So, instead of building my levels piece by piece, like a crazy person, I aimed to build maybe 20 different chunks that I could reuse to create the illusion that my environment was different depending on how I connected them with each other. However, these chunks could only take me so far. What comes next is how I make up the composition of the environment. And honestly, most of the time I barely know what I'm doing here. But I like to consider a mix of smaller and larger chunks that I built. Some elevation here and there, additional nature elements, and some paths that lead to whatever could be something interesting to explore. And rest assured, no need to scream at your monitors yet. I do commit to some old-fashioned whiteboxing to get a rough idea of things before I start. Well, sometimes. And that's it. Almost. I suppose what comes next will be our finer details. This includes things such as our terrain foliage, our ambient lights, some additional decorative lights, some distance fog, some more fog, and more fog. And why not some visual effects, like fireflies, maybe some falling leaves, a bit of post-processing, and to tie it all together, something that wants to eat your face. Alright. I like to apply as few rules as possible when building things. In the end of the day, as long as the game runs fine and the experience is nice for the players, then all is good, right? Right? Anyway, if I ever feel like changing anything for whatever reason, I can simply move things around, add more stuff, or just completely rearrange things until I feel happy. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have anything else you would like me to talk about, please feel free to leave a comment, and maybe I can make more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and please check out my game if you want. Okay, bye!